Let's take a look at the markets, though, and take a look at the Dow. It is hugely up by 1,350 points in New York. Big surge reacting to the Trump victory. The TSX modestly up in Canada by about 100 points. Let's bring in Ian Lee. He's a business analyst with the Sprott School of Business at Carleton. Ian, good to see you as always. Your thoughts on what's going on there? A tale of two markets here. Can you give us your sense?
I think the markets are negative on Canada because they realize, contra many of the political pundits, including the Minister of Finance, it's not 2016 all over again. It's not the experience that we had the last time. This is a brand new ball game. Trump is not going to run again because of his age. People in the States know that. Mr. Trump knows that. So that gives him many more degrees of freedom because this is his final presidency. He'll be too old if he's still alive, because of his age and his health issues. And so the market looks at what Trump's proposing, and what he's proposing is antithetical to what we would like. The tariffs, the cutting of the corporate income tax rate from 21 to 15 in the United States, while our maximum rate will remain at 38 combined federal provincial. He wants to deregulate the oil and gas industry. We're trying to shut down the oil and gas industry in Canada. So when you step back, Todd, and look, you could say, big picture, that everything that Trump represents, I'm talking in terms of his economic policies only, is the complete 180-degree antithesis of the entire economic agenda of the Trudeau government for the past 9 years. So there's going to be a train wreck because there's going to be a confrontation and something's going to give.
Tell me about what it means for Canadian exports to the United States. Trump has talked a lot, Ian, about bringing in massive tariffs, 10% or higher on all imported goods, depending on the country. He's talked about 20%, even higher. Your thoughts on what that might do? How much of that is bluster? How much of that is real?
I think it's both, and let me unpack this first. We're completely dependent on trade. We're a 2.5 trillion economy. We export 1/3 of our GDP. That's about $800 billion. 70% of that goes to the U.S. We are joined at the hip and always have been with the United States. This would be catastrophic. It would be, I agree with Desjardins, that this would drive us into a recession. Having said that, I actually think that what Trump is doing, and he's been bragging about this all his life in his book, The Art of the Deal, and he's talked about it in media. He wants to come across as the scariest, most obnoxious person at the negotiating table to intimidate people into negotiating and compromising and giving him what he wants. What does he want from us? This is not a secret. The trade rep publishes a report in the Congress of the United States every year for 35 years. And since Bill Clinton, and they've listed the same trade irritants year after year after year. We won't allow American telecom into Canada. We won't allow American dairy into Canada because of supply management. We protect our banks. We protect our airlines. We have all kinds of protectionism. We have a digital tax targeted to, of course, American large digital companies like Google. So there's a whole plethora of these policies. And past presidents have said, look, we don't like it, but, we'll go along with it because, we're good neighbors. Trump is not going to go along with it. And I think he's going to use the tariffs as the blunderbuss and to say, either you are going to get rid of all of these protectionisms, or we are going to either we'll probably abrogate NAFTA. We'll refuse to do a new CUSMA. And so, yes, it's bluster, but I think it's bluster backed up by reality.
Hey, Ian, it's good to see you. Appreciate your thoughts today.
Thanks very much.
Yeah, Ian Lee, business analyst with Carleton University.